Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Pulp Crazy. I'm Jason Aiken. Since Valentine's Day is this week, I thought it would be fitting to cover a story from one of the Romance Pulps. So I headed to the Pulp magazine's project site and found a story that looked interesting. Thrill Chaser, written by Mary Ann DeForest, with interior art by Xena Wright, was published in the October 20th, 1934 issue of Street and Smith's Love Story magazine. I was pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed Thrill Chaser. The story is a lot of fun. It seems to be set in the early to mid-1930s and focuses on Linda Carroll, an East Coast young lady of high society with a wild streak in her. She likes to hang out at speakeasies and also trains in stunt work for motion pictures. Her sister and brother-in-law attempt to set her up with men, but she is yet to meet her match. She isn't interested in the tame men on the East Coast. She's after someone more like her brother-in-law, Bob, who was formerly from the West. So she decides to travel to Nevada to visit her uncle's ranch to seek some thrills. When she arrives at the Echo Canyon train station in Nevada, she discovers her uncle has gone to Chicago to visit an ailing son. At the station, she meets Denny, a young local, and convinces him to take her with him to Silver City, a rough, newly sprouted mining camp nearby. Reluctantly, Denny agrees, and a sequence of events occurs that has a little bit of everything: action, adventure, romance, and even some nice twists. As I said, this was a pleasant surprise for me, as I don't typically read romance stories, save for some of the works of Edgar Rice Burroughs, but I did enjoy this quite a bit. I tried to find some information on the author, Mary Ann DeForest, but only found her entry on the Fiction Mag's Index. According to the Fiction Mag's Index, she wrote 8 stories altogether for the Pulps, including this one. A search using census information produced negative results. All of the Mary Ann DeForests I could find were toddlers when this story was written. This leads me to believe Mary Ann DeForest is a pen name for someone else. Thanks to David Saunders' Pulp Artist website, I was able to identify the artist of the interior illustrations as Xena Wright. David has a nice biography of her and points out the changing of her style from the 1920s to the 1930s. I'll put a link to David's page in the show notes. I highly recommend checking out Thrill Chaser, especially if you haven't read a romance pulp before. It has everything that makes a good pulp story, in my opinion. A great lead, fast-paced action, and an interesting setting. That's it for this week's episode. Pulp Crazy is located at pulpcrazy.com. I'm at Pulp Crazy on Twitter and facebook.com/pulpcrazy. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/pulpcast. Please like, subscribe, or follow me if you are enjoying the show. You can also email me at pulpcrazy@gmail.com. Hope everyone has a happy Valentine's Day, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.